Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So the next chapter has two prostration verses, 18 and 77. In the name of the chapter of the pilgrimage, the E.H. Palmer translation. In the name of the merciful and compassionate Allah, O ye folk, fear your Lord. Verily the earthquake of the hour is a mighty thing. On the day ye shall see it, every suckling woman shall be scared away from that to which she gave suck, and every pregnant woman shall lay down her load, and thou shalt see men drunken, though they be not drunken, but the torment of Allah is severe, and amongst men is one who wrangles about Allah without knowledge, and follows every rebellious devil, against whom it is written down that whoso takes him for a patron, merely he will lead him astray, and will guide him towards the torment of the blaze. O ye folk, if ye are in doubt about the raising of the dead, verily we created you from earth, then from a clot, then from congealed blood, then from a morsel shaped or shapeless, that we may explain to you, and we may make what we please rest in the womb until an appointed time. Then we bring you forth, babes, then let you reach your full age, and of you are some who die, and of you are some who are kept back till the most decrepit age, till he knows no longer aught of knowledge. And when ye see the earth parched, and when we send down water on it, it stirs and swells and brings forth herbs of every beauteous kind, and that is because Allah, He is the truth, and because He quickens the dead, and because He is mighty over all, and because the hour is coming, and there is no doubt therein, and because Allah raises up those who are in the tombs, and amongst men is one who wrangles about Allah without knowledge or guidance or an illuminating book, twisting his neck from the way of Allah, and from him is disgrace in this world, and we will make him taste upon the resurrection day the torment of burning. And that is for what thy hands have done before, and for that Allah is not unjust unto his servants, and amongst men is one who serves Allah on a brink, and if there befall him good, he is comforted, but if there befall him a trial, he turns round again and loses this world and the next. That is an obvious loss. He calls besides the law, and what can neither harm him nor profit him. That is a wide error. He calls on him whose harm is nigher than his profit, a bad lord and a bad comrade. Verily Allah makes those who believe and do right enter into gardens beneath which rivers flow. Verily Allah does what He will. He who thinks that Allah will never help him in this world or the next, let him stretch the cord to the roof and put an end to himself, and let him cut it, and see if his stratagem will remove what he is enraged at. Thus have we sent down manifest signs, for verily Allah guides whom He will. Verily those who believe and those who are Jews, Yahud is more than just the Jews, but that category, and the Sabans, people who, go from one to another, the people of John the Baptist, Zoroastrians, one aspect of people that are called Zoroastrian are called by that, and the Christians. Nasar is more than the Christians, just like Yahud is the Judaic sort of quality category of religion. And the Magians, Majus, again, another way to think of the Zoroastrians. Mazayasnahe, Zarathushtrahe. And those who join other gods with the law, verily Allah will decide between them on the resurrection day. Verily Allah is witness over all. And, okay, the misassociators. There's people of the book, and there's just plain old people who like to worship a bunch of things without any revelation to an actual prophet of God basis for their path. Verily God will decide between them on the day of resurrection. Verily God is witness over all. The ultimate judgment's God's. We don't know everything when it comes to that sort of stuff. All we know is they're not legally Muslim. How much they believe and do the right things, that's generally not our business. Do they not see that Allah, whosoever is in the heavens, adores him, and whosoever is in the earth, and the sun, and the moon, and the stars, and the mountains, and the beast, and many among men, though many a one deserves the torment? And facing back on this. And you approximate that if you don't have it correctly in space, or you realize that this is the preferred thing to do. Whomsoever Allah obeys, there is none to honor him. Verily Allah does what he pleases. These are two disputants who dispute about their Lord. But those who misbelieve, for them are cut out garments of fire. There shall be poured over their heads boiling water, wherewith what is in their belly shall be dissolved, and their skins too. And for them are maces of iron. Whenever they desire to come forth therefrom through pain, they are sent back into it, and taste ye the torment of the burning. Verily Allah will make those who believe and do right enter into gardens beneath which rivers flow. They shall be bedecked therein with bracelets of gold and with pearls, and their garments therein shall be of silk, and they shall be guided to the goodly speech, and they shall be guided to the laudable way. Verily those who misbelieve and who turn men away from Allah's path in the sacred mosque, the Bible calls it Baca, we call it Mecca nowadays, which we have made for all men alike, the dweller therein and the stranger, and he who desires therein profanation with injustice, we will make him taste grievous woe. And when we established for Abraham the place of the house, associate not with me, but cleanse my house for those who make the circuits, and for those who stand to pray, for those who bow, and for those too who adore and proclaim amongst men the pilgrimage. Let them come to you on foot, and on every slim camel from every deep pass, that they may witness advantages for them, and may mention the name of Allah for the stated days over what Allah has provided them with of brute beast, then eat thereof and feed the badly off, the poor, Then let them finish the neglect of their persons, and let them pay their vows, and make the circuit round the old house. That do, and whoso magnifies the sacred things of Allah, it is better for him with his Lord. Cattle are lawful for you, except what is recited to you, and avoid the abomination of idols, and avoid speaking falsely, being hanifs to Allah, truth seekers. Not associating aught with him, for he who associates aught with the law, it is as though he had fallen from heaven, and the birds snatch him up, or the winds blow him away into a far distant place. Of course, it's the something about the the heaven is the skies or the universe, depending on the context and the emphasis. Having the birds snatch him up, or the wind blows him away in a far distant place. That and he who makes grand the symbols of the law, they come from piety of heart. Therein ye have advantages for an appointed time. Then the place for sacrificing them is at the old house. To every nation we have appointed rights to mention the name of Allah over what he has provided them with of brute beast, and your laws one Allah to him. Then be resigned and give glad tidings to the lowly, whose hearts, when is mentioned, are afraid, and to those who are patient of what befalls them, and to those who are steadfast in prayer, and of what we have given them to expend in alms. So every nation with an exemplar prophet had specific ways ordained. And that includes Jesus, according to the Bible, ordered animal sacrifice. Never said that it was going to be done away with, or never said that any of the law was going to be done away with. He was restoring the actual law. Even Paul, starting out, kind of animal sacrifice. He and the founders of Christianity later decided against that, but that's not how revelation of God works. Is that they do the way that's best until the revelation comes and they have a better way. That's different. But it's not a bloodthirsty, we got to kill the animal. And no, it's a charitable thing too. There's charity that's part of it. The bulky we have made for you, one of the symbols of Allah. Therein have ye goods, so mention the name of Allah over them as they stand in a row. And when they fall down, eat of them, and feed the easily contented, and him who begs. And thus have we subjected them to you. Haply ye may give thanks, and their meat will never reach to Allah, nor yet their blood, but the piety from you will reach him. And thus hath he subjected them to you, that ye may magnify Allah for guiding you, and give thou glad tidings to those who do good. Again, God cares about the obedience less than the form, but you gotta, the outer form of the law, if you're not trying with that, you don't have the inner. Don't pretend that way with me. Don't pretend that way with yourself. Verily, Allah will defend those who believe. Verily, Allah loves not any misbelieving traitor. So, again, the quality of that. But the following is the first portion of Quran that Muhammad learned that justifies fighting. Permission is given to those who fight because they have been wronged, and verily Allah to help them has the might, who have been driven forth from their homes undeservingly, only for that they say, Our Lord is Allah, and were it not for Allah's repelling some men with others, cloisters and churches and synagogues and mosques, wherein Allah's name is mentioned much, would be destroyed, but Allah will surely help him who helps him. Verily Allah is powerful, mighty. So instead of synagogue, spiritual oratory, anybody's spiritual oratory is what it means, and how it was initially described until, initially understood under Muhammad in the early generations. And so, not just us, keeping us from being driven out and fought and our houses of worship attacked, it's other people too. Their communities, their houses of worship. This is why the Islamic community goes to war. Not to force religion, not to, these are the limits. The first verse in the Quran where you see them fighting, these are the most explicit of the limits that would have been thought about when that verse was said. Allah's name is mentioned much. Would it be destroyed? But Allah will surely help him, and who helps him? Verily Allah is powerful, mighty. Of course, the secularists are the most violent group. That's not to say that if somebody's not religious that they're bad or they're going to hurt people or something, but it's more common. We have to be honest about that. That the secular nation states have killed more than twice every religious majority country in history. It's like, what, 130 million versus 13 million Muslim majority, and you're not even looking at the difference of, well, the entire history, 1,400 years, less than a tenth. And obviously some of that wasn't even Islamic. Who, if we establish them in the earth, are steadfast in prayer and give alms and bid what is right and forbid what is wrong, and Allah's is the future of affairs. But if they call thee liar, the people of Noah called him liar before them, as did Ad and Thamud and the people of Abraham and the people of Lot and the fellows of Midian. And Moses was called a liar too, but I let the misbelievers range at large, and then I seized on them, and how great was the change, and how many a city have we destroyed, while it yet did wrong, and it was turned over, and it was turned over on its roofs, and a deserted well and lofty place. Have they not traveled on through the land, and have they not hearts to understand with, or ears to hear with? For it is not their eyes which are blind, but blind are the hearts which are within their breast. But they will bid thee hasten on the torment, but Allah will never fail in his promise. For verily a day with thy Lord is as 1,000 years of what ye number. And to how many a city have I given full range, while it yet did wrong? Then I seized on it, and unto me was the return. O ye folk, I am not but a plain warner to you, but those who believe and do right, for them is forgiveness and generous provision. But those who strive to discredit our signs, they are the fellows of hell. We have not sent before thee any apostle or prophet, but that when he wished, Satan threw not something into his wish, but Allah knows what Satan throws in. Then does Allah confirm his signs, and Allah is knowing wise to make what Satan throws a trial unto those whose hearts is sickness, and those whose hearts are hard. And verily the wrongdoers are in a wide schism, and that those who have been given the knowledge may know that it is the truth from thy Lord, and may believe therein, and that their hearts may be lowly. For verily Allah surely will guide those who believe into a right way. And obviously God's not going to let there be excuse for the satanic portions to be in scriptures, the people who wrote them down. But this is a preserved one. So what does Satan throw in? Satan throws in bad interpretation. Satan throws in people making the noise. There's that verse that talks about. And also the one time the couple scribes that were actually banned from writing Quran after that wrote in what the crowd yelled out. But people knew that the crowd yelled it out. Because there's truth in my Lord. may believe therein, and their hearts may be lowly, for verily Allah surely will guide those who believe into a right way. And often it's clear when there's particularly wrong things in old books that, it could be different linguistically or otherwise that would indicate, even those without the moral compass, this is not part of the same scripture. But those who misbelieve will not cease to be in doubt thereof until the hour comes on them suddenly, or there comes on them the torment of the barren day. The kingdom on that day shall be Allah's. He shall judge between them, and those who believe and do aright shall be in gardens of pleasure. But those who misbelieve and say our signs are lies, these for them is shameful woe, and those who flee in Allah's way, and then are slain or die, Allah will provide them with a goodly provision, for verily Allah is the best of providers. He shall surely make them enter by an entrance that they like, for verily Allah is knowing, clement, that whosoever punishes with the like of what he has been injured with, and shall be outraged again, Allah shall surely help him. Verily Allah pardons, forgives, for that Allah joins on the night to the day, and joins on the day to the night, and that Allah is hearing, seeing, and that is for that Allah is the truth, and for that what they call on besides him is falsehood, and that Allah is the high, the great. Hast thou not seen that Allah sends down from the sky water, and on the morrow the earth is green? Verily Allah is kind and well aware, and that is what is in the heavens and what is in the earth, and verily Allah is rich and to be praised. Hast thou not seen that Allah subjected for you what is in the earth, and the ship that runs on in the sea at his bidding, and he holds back the sky from falling on the earth, save at his bidding? Verily Allah to men is gracious, merciful. He it is who quickens you, then makes you die, then will he quicken you again. Verily man is indeed ungrateful. For every nation we have made rights which they observe. Let them not then dispute about the matter, but call upon thy Lord. Verily thou art surely in right guidance. But if they wrangle with thee, Allah best knows what ye do. Allah shall judge between them on the resurrection day concerning that whereon they disagreed. Didst thou not know that Allah knows what is in the heavens and the earth? Verily that is in a book. Verily that is easy for Allah. Verily that for Allah is easy, and they serve besides Allah what he has sent down no power for, and what they have no knowledge of. But the wrongdoers shall have none to help them when our signs are read to them manifest. Thou mayest recognize in the faces of those who misbelieve disdain. They well nigh rush at those who recite to them our signs. Say, shall I inform you something worse than that for you? The fire which Allah has promised to those who misbelieve. An evil journey shall it be, O ye folk. A parable is struck out for you, so listen to it. Merely those on whom ye call besides Allah could never create a fly, if they all united together to do it. And if the fly should despoil them of aught, they could not snatch it away from it. Weak is both the seeker and the sought. They do not value Allah as true value. Verily Allah is powerful and mighty. Allah chooses apostles of the angels, the unfallen angels, and of men. Verily Allah hears and sees. He knows what is before them and what is behind them, and unto Allah affairs return. And after this verse, the hands, the bridge of the nose and forehead, the knees, the feet. If your toes point forward, if they can't, same thing. O ye who believe, bow down and adore, and serve your Lord, and do well. Happily ye may prosper, and fight strenuously for Allah, as is his due. He has elected you, and has not put upon you any hindrance by your religion. Muslimun. Before and in this book, that the apostle may be witness against you, and that ye may be witness against men.